Listen to me, duelist. I am Squamata, or as you know me, the waifu here. I will destroy every single one of your mobilized mecha suits. Hear me? The power of incarnation, destruction.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all the beautiful people in between, my name is Combo the Wall. I do combos in fighting games, and if we're not playing a fighting game, we will find the combo to play with. So today, I have none other than Master Duel. Right here. I will be showcasing the first deck profile of this channel. Alright? That mainly we've always been playing fighting games, or any of you are not. Like I said, we find the combo. So yeah, I made it to Platinum 5, playing it the most strangest thing. So I'll go ahead and get right to it. Give an explanation of the Shaddoll tricks. Yep. Okay, so well, let's go ahead and move on to the card by card. So we got one effect Veiler and trap for stopping mostly anything on the field. All right, and trap staples. We pretty sure we know by now what those do. One Shaddoll Falco for its flip, affecting the graveyard to revive and float any shadow monster. Ash Blossom, and then Shaddoll Wendy for her effect to special summon from the deck and float into another Shaddoll. We need, alright, 3 of the TRAPTRIX Murmelo, standard, normal summon, search 1 trap hole. Very nice on an open, one of the strongest opens of the deck itself, in case you don't need, in case you do need some back row to set up beforehand. 1 TRAPTRIX Dionia, which will be the key part of our game-winning combo. Well, one of our win conditions right there. All right. 2 Shaddoll Squamata, strangely running 2 because I do apply the rule of 2s in this deck. All right. So just standard best Shaddoll target in terms when you're fusioning. Just send one Shaddoll monster from your deck to the graveyard, or spell or trap card as well to set it up. Alright, and then 1 Shaddoll Dragon for back row removal, since we kind of lack thereof in this deck. Except when you... Alright, it's mostly involved... Back row removal in this deck mostly involves a Shadow Dragon and Murmelo looping. But anyways, more of that on the theory side of the video. 3 TRAPTRIX Match is the most strongest open of this deck. Search any TRAPTRIX monster. Most of the time, targets will be Dionia or Vesiculo. Alright, and then moving on to that, 2 TRAPTRIX Vesiculo, which is the extender of this deck. Alright, in terms of after a normal summon. And then 1, which highly debated. I'm playing more, but honestly, I've always preferred 1. Alright, 1 Shaddoll Beast, which is flip draw 2. Rarely used unless I summon it off Wendy for more cards, or dump it to the graveyard with a Squamata effect to get the best premier Ash bait right there. Alright, 3 for the Shaddoll Fusions, best strongest open when going second, as well as 2 Lightning Storms. Alright, just standard best back row removal honestly in this deck, since the monsters have lack thereof options. 3 Pot of Prosperity, more about the targets later on the theory of the video. but it is good that this deck can use this card to dig deeper into its deck to make the turn 1 play even stronger for consistency issues. Debating, and then I'll be getting more on the other options later on. One of them involving obviously Maxi. Spoilers, sorry. All right, 1, double or nothing, the win condition. All right, 2, El Shaddol Fusion for the floating or actually enabling OTKs as well. Right, more of that later on. We got 1, bottomless trap hole. Right, 3, compulsory evacuation device. Target 1 monster in the field, return to the hand. Simple as that. Very nice normal trap card. Honestly, one of the best in the game still to this day. Yeah. Alright, then 2, Hellozoic and Dinomischus. Target 1 face-up card on the field. And then after that, discard a card, which is not a cost, so that's really good. And it, it synergizes very well to the rest of the Shaddoll engine. Honestly, a very good open, but I was running it at 3, but I bumped it down to 2 since I won't always have a Shaddoll monster. That's what a Shaddoll monster on the opening hand, but very strong when you do. Okay, and then we're running 2, Floodgate Trap Hole, the most flexible trap hole of all of them. This bottomless only targets monsters with 1,500 or more attack. To banish all of them. And we're also running 2 Floodgate Trap Holes because they're the most versatile of the deck. They can just flip anything from any type of summon to face down defense position. All right, it is not preferable in some matchups, but they're very few and far between. And then after that, 1, Red Shaddoll Incarnation. Very good. It honestly, looping this card, like one of the grinding strategies with this game, with this deck, which I'll be covering more later on, involves this card and the main card of the deck, which is Sarah. So, and then the last trap hole we're playing would be 2 copies of Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Very nice card, anti-graveyard effect. Like as soon as a monster activates its effect on the graveyard, negate, inflict 2,000 damage. Very nice checkmate when you put that down. And then, out of, well, I guess budget reasons because of Master Duel, 1 Solemn Judgment from the package, and then 1 Shaddoll Schism. Alright? Which lets you fusion summon from the graveyard once you have it. Alright, and then we'll move on to the extra deck. We're playing 1 Shaddoll Winda. If you're not playing Winda on a Shaddoll deck, I don't know what are you doing. Right? Alright, locks the opponent for 1 special summon per turn after using 2 Shaddoll monsters. Most of them are all dark, except for Wending, but still, just most of the time it's 2 Shaddoll monsters. 1 App Clone, same thing with Wendy. Just summon with 2 Shaddoll monsters, but obviously it has to be different attributes. It's a unsummon permanent negate on 1 card of the field, and then after that, you can send any. If the card is sent to the graveyard, you can send any Shaddoll card from your deck. From your hand to the graveyard after you search 1, which is also very powerful. 2 Shaddoll Constructs. Why 2? Very weird. I'll get to that explanation later on. Even though since we only have 1 target, which is Baylor. Alright. 1 El Shaddol Shaking Naga because of the prevalence of Earth monsters we have in the deck. Right. 1 number 39 Utopia. Alright. 4 the Double or Nothing combo, as well as 1 Shaddoll Rafflesia for the boss monster of the TRAPTRIX archetype itself. Well, one of them now. The number 39 Utopia double to search the Double or Nothing to get the win condition rolling. And then 1 Time Thief Reduver, one of the most strongest generic rank 4 monsters in this game. Honestly, this is the best card you can go into a grind. Very long effect. It all depends on what material he has. He steals one of them every standby phase. Okay. He steals a card from the top of the deck during the standby phase of the opponent. 1 TRAPTRIX Allomeros. Very strong monster, but not as versatile. Alright, I'll get more to that later on. 1. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus for the prevalence of XYZ monsters in this deck. Alright. 2. TRAPTRIX Sarah, the main card of this deck, the heart and soul of this deck, the one that makes this deck roll. Right? 1. Cross sheet for the Shaddoll monster combo extensions. Alright, and then 1 TRAPTRIX Cularia for the like turn 2, 3 setup, sometimes turn 1, but that's only if you draw the extender. But very good card for when you summon it on against other grindy decks. Alright. So that's the deck so far. So let's get to... Alright, so let's get to the theory of this deck. Like I said, it has double or nothing as a win condition, but it also is a kind of weird, but since the single duel format, I tried to build this deck in a more, I guess, mid-range fashion, would you say? Where I'm running the Shadow monsters for a stronger turn 2 to cover the weaknesses of the TRAPTRIX monsters. Because since this card is mainly, this deck is mainly a going first deck, so you will always opt to go first with this deck no matter what. But the turn 2 plays are there with Shaddoll, Fusion, Lightning Storm, or just overall digging more with Pot of Prosperity. Right? Oh, like I said, strongest opening plays involve Mantis, searching out Vesicula if you need the extension on turn 2, or Dionia on turn 1, so that you can have 2 monsters ready for any XYZ play in the deck. Alright. There we go. And then the number of hand traps, I had a lot of debate whether I should put 1 more Veiler or just and take out the Schism. I wanted to take it out. Out of all of the games, it was mostly funny enough, a lot of blue eyes during the lower levels. So I was like debating on should I add another Veiler or keep the Schism, since I was using it a lot. Well, not that much, but I was always sending it a lot with the Squamata if I already had the Incarnation in hand or any other, or sending it with Construct itself. So when you go for the Shadow play, you always have to have the Incarnation and the Schism in the graveyard, so you can like float in between them using the Shadow monsters, and then just play the turn 1 with Murmillo, searching for more trap cards to power up your back row, or Mantis to power up your next rank up play to win the next turn with double or nothing, or the Shadows themselves. All right. Let's see. Oh, and for the Pot of Prosperity targets, most of the time it involved in Olomerus. If you didn't fight anything like the Virtual World, this card just absolutely destroys Virtual Worlds. You just bonks all of them because she's unaffected by trap card, and you can just keep beating into them. It was kind of funny because like the second Virtual World I faced, that's how I beat them, and then later on it just kept happening. So it's kind of strange. Like if they didn't have an out to it, it was honestly just a grinded GG. Okay. Because if it's not a deck like Virtual World, then honestly just put her out on the Prosperity targets. Mostly going for 3, not 6 actually, because the rest of the deck is necessary. I would always send out 1 Construct or 1 Chekinaga, and if I did draw a double or nothing, obviously send the 2 Utopias out. If I haven't yet, I would take out Frost Sheep or Culinaria if I didn't see the game that was gonna buy, like if there was no grind to happen. Like if it's a deck that it's like more vulnerable to the Utopia OTK. But that's honestly how I like played around with the deck. So yeah. Anyways, so like I was saying at the start of the video, like I said, we play fighting games, and we're trying to find the combo. This would be the first deck profile of the channel, since I I do enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've always had a problem with my locals where I'm not able to go as often as I wanted to, and since the end of the world as we know it appeared like 2 years ago already. Damn. Anyways, besides that, I finally got to play this game. I finally get to play Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm so proud of this achievement of reaching, Platinum 5 with this deck that I've been playing since like the dawn of its fucking existence, with like playing Murmelo and then Duality or something like that. Jesus Christ. Which actually, playing Prosperity brought me back to those days of just going freaking Duality. That's basically what Prosperity is. It's a better Duality. So yeah. Anyways, I'm always live on Twitch from Thursdays to Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard or onwards. All in between from 7 to 8. And always playing with combos. So look out for the next video. Most possibly will actually be a combo deck. But this one is near and dear to me, so I wanted to bring it to you, my achievement on this game. Alright. This has been Combo. Signing out.